again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Brown's Latest. I'm Dave Grendzynski, and this is where we get together and talk football. More specifically, we like to talk about the Cleveland Browns. We get you caught up on the latest news, we give you our opinion, our analysis, and then also we share your opinions and analysis as well. Thank you to everyone who has liked our previous episodes and who has subscribed to the channel, and to everyone who has signed up for the memberships. We will be providing exclusive videos and exclusive live streams and things like that. So have that to look forward to if you're a member. And then also everybody who gets their comments in the viewer comment section. And by the way, we're almost to 7,000. And when we get to 7,000, could it be by the end of the week? We'll change the fit for one day, just to commemorate the crossing of the 7,000 subscriber plateau. Okay, on today's show, veterans report today. Words we've all been waiting for. And there is already some big news that has crossed the wires that will affect our quarterback competition. Also, where does Kevin Stefanski land on the list of best NFL coaches heading into the 2025 season? I hate to break it to you folks, but I think he should be higher. Training camp, we're not even out of the gate yet. And Shedeur Sanders getting high praise from an unlikely source. And down in a viewer comment, a viewer finishes this sentence: the quarterback job is blanks to lose. We'll find out how he filled in that blank. But first things first, let's get you some training camp updates. I mean, to really start getting going today. I mean, we still have that acclimation period to deal with, so you're not seeing a whole lot of things. You're seeing stuff like this, folks. You just got pictures of the rookies in shorts. You know, there's Mason Graham, Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, Luke Floria, Kent State guy, local guy. Wide receiver trying to earn himself a spot on the team. But, like, this is all you're seeing. And you're seeing videos of David Njoku going woo because they're excited about this is an old video. It wasn't even new. Excited about training camp week underway. So that's really, I mean, it's pretty quiet still out there now. Now, the big stuff that's happening off the field, including related to Quinshon Judkins, who not there. And according to the Broward County Clerk of Court's office, there's still no court date set for the next step in the legal process involving his domestic violence case. And so, he was arrested on July 12th and, released after posting that $2,500 bond. Ineligible to practice until he's under contract. And so, now there are some who are saying you might as well just get the contract done, because even if he's under contract, he'll be put on paid leave right away. And so, but I don't think the Browns want to pay him. I mean, who knows? They need to know the outcome of this. And with nothing on the books yet, we have no idea when Quinshon Judkins will be out in Berea. Now, this is what I teased off the top. Did you guys see Will Levis out for the season? So Cam Ward, without a doubt, not that we didn't think he was going to start anyway for Tennessee, but Cam Ward definitely the starter, and they've got nothing behind him, folks. And so ramp up the trade Kenny Pickett to Tennessee Titans conversation, because they'll be looking for a backup who has experience, because they really have. There's absolutely nobody behind him. And so Will Levis was being counted on to be the backup, and he's not there now. So you can add Kenny Pickett to the list of Tennessee and New Orleans. And so I'm telling you, folks, this list will keep growing as training camp gets, we get deeper into training camp and we get closer to preseason. There's so many varying opinions on, it's Kenny Pickett's job to lose. It's Joe Flacco's going to start the season. Still at this point, don't think it's going to be one of the rookies to start the season. But, this is what we're talking about, folks. Like things will change quickly as these teams get going in training camp and guys start getting hurt. And then the other thing, Noah Fant getting released by Seattle. And, the Browns are making it known that they'd like to add a tight end to the room. I mean, essentially, you only have Harold Fannin Jr. and David Njoku. But you also Blake Whiteheart and Brendan Bates, but there's not a lot of fanfare around them, but Fant fits the mold of what they're looking for. The Brownies, athletic, and they have a tendency to take flyers on former first rounders. I mean, he was a first round pick of the Broncos back in 2019, and so he was supposed to make around $8 million this year. His base was supposed to be $8 million. Of course, money will play a factor. But Noah Fant is out there if you're looking for an experienced tight end that you can add to the room and go 3 deep. So remains to be seen if they will do that. But that is kind of where we're at as veterans get set to report to camp. And the other thing that I was perusing the last couple of days, I tried to get this in, over the week. There's just there's so, even when nothing is going on, there's still so much to talk about when it comes to the Browns. And this list of best NFL head coaches came out, and it was broken up into 3 different tiers, okay? And here, we'll start with the tiers, okay? And then I was crying some tears for Kevin Stefanski, honestly. I mean, I think he got shafted here, but here we go. This is CBS Sports, Cody Benjamin. I think we've mentioned him before on the show, so you're lucky, Cody Benjamin. Anyway, top NFL coaches. So he broke it up into 3 tiers. Cream of the crop, serviceable veterans, and then unproven or underwhelming. Now, I want to start with this, the cream of the crop, and this will set up the reason why I think Stefanski got shafted. And this is in order. So Andy Reid was number 1, and then you have Sean McVay, John Harbaugh, Nick Sirianni, Dan Campbell, Jim Harbaugh, Kyle Shanahan, Matt LaFleur, Kevin O'Connell, Mike Tomlin, Sean Payton, and Sean McDermott. And when I look at this, I say, how the heck is Jim Harbaugh considered to be the cream of the crop ahead of Stefanski? What has Matt LaFleur done as a head coach at Green Bay to eke into the top 12 and be part of the cream of the crop? Answer me that. Or better yet, what about Kevin O'Connell? How is he in the top 12 and in the cream of the crop? I don't get it. So Stefanski, in my opinion, I mean, he's a 2-time coach of the year, and he's had to deal with the Watson thing. And like I said, my big knock on him is that play card. The Denny's menu makes me insane. But I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due, right? If we're talking about the top, we're a 2-time NFL coach of the year. So where did Coach Kevin end up? Just on the outside looking in. He was 13th, the first on the list of serviceable veterans. And last year he was ranked 10th, so he fell back 3 spots. But I don't see how he had nothing to work with last year, and he wasn't even running his own offense. But it is his 6th year with the Browns, so 6th as head coach, and he's 40-44. So I really do think that he kind of got shafted here because, especially Jim Harbaugh. I mean, come on. I mean, he just got here from Michigan, where he cheated his way to a national championship, and the Chargers didn't do a whole hell of a lot last year. Like, I don't get this, man. Like, do these people stop and look at what they're doing when they put these lists together? Anyway, Coach Kevin, I got you on this one. You should at least be in the top 10 for sure. I mean, I'm not saying you should be number 1, but you should be in the top 10, Coach Kevin. And if you got rid of the play card, I'd probably up you to like top 5. But the play card makes me crazy. But that's what I'm saying about that. Now, did you see this? Shedeur Sanders getting praise from an unlikely source. And I'm going to tell you why I think this is significant. So, first of all, let's get to the praise. The praise comes from Wyatt Teller's wife, Carly, on Twitter, who tweeted out, or X'd out. What do we call it now? X's X account. This is Carly Teller's X account. She said, everything Shedeur Sanders is doing for kids in Cleveland is so cool to see. Football isn't forever, but being a good person is! ! And so she's referring to, he put together that event from the Garden Valley Fun Fest to help the people who were in that fire. There was that explosion and fire at the apartment complex, and Shedeur and then Michael Hall Jr. They went out and and did some nice things for the kids. I mean, it wasn't related to the Browns at all. It was just Shedeur doing it on his own and put out an Instagram post and said, "Hey, come on out and support the people." And they whipped it up and put it together, and so Carly Teller taking notice and talking about it. Now, why is this significant? Why does Dave bring this up? The support for Shedeur on the outside will mean something on the inside. Remember, it was Denzel Ward, who we've got other X's, tweets, X's, Xters, I don't know, from during the draft and right after the draft, even before the draft. Remember Denzel Ward? He said it's time to be legendary when we took him. David Njoku sent out an encouraging message as well. Let them all hate, fam. You know what you got in you, And then, of course, Greg Newsome, he called out, praising his swag and confidence and, saying he had the it factor. If you're getting, now you got Carly Teller's wife, and these are all vets, folks. If the vets keep pushing for this guy publicly, you don't think they're pushing for him on the inside? So that is it's we're going to get into this tomorrow. What I think is going to be critical when they hit the field on Wednesday, the vets and the rookies together, what I think is going to be critical to watch when it comes to Shedeur Sanders, that's going to be on tomorrow's show. So there is your tease. And also, I think I may have even used this one before because there may have been a high praise story before the viewer comments before, but the viewer comments, you guys are always getting high praise. I need to start Xing about the viewer comments. Maybe someone's got to tell me, what do we call Twitter now? Do we call them tweets still? Is it X'd? I don't know. It's making me nuts. I got to figure this out. Anyway, we're going to start with, I may screw this up, Tula G68, who says, preseason should be proving ground for Pickett. Team wants to establish his value for a trade. Season should start with Shedeur at the helm. What do the Browns have to lose? They already are written off for the first 6 games. Hell, what if Shedeur plays well? The team will see the potential and play up to it, and the fans will lose their minds. Keep Flacco in reserve for later in the season. Let's win, baby. I love the glass half full, the positive vibes. I love everything about that. I do think that Pickett will be showcased for a potential trade, like we just mentioned off the top, whether it's Tennessee, New Orleans, other teams that come along. Shedeur starting the season, I would rather see Flacco. Like I've been saying all along, folks, I like rookies to sit and soak it in for a little while. Just a little while. And so let's get through those first 6 games. I'm not writing us off those first 6 games. We're going 3-3 minimum, those first 3 games. I've said it all along, Tula G. I've said it all along. 3-3 minimum. And I've already bet the over 6.5 wins. So if it's Flacco can handle what they're going to throw at him. He's seen everything in the league. Even though he's 40, I think he's, it's like that Toby Keith song, I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. I think that's where we are with Flacco. I think it's, it's like when you're playing, 36 holes, like the first 18, you feel pretty good, but you start fading, the second 18. I think Flacco will have some juice from him. The adrenaline will be flowing early, and then I think he'll fade. And so we start, and then we can turn it over to the rookie. Okay, 80 Alex Daniel says, clearly this is Kenny Pickett's job to lose. Then Flacco, and only after the first half of the season, the young guns will play. And that's kind of where I'm at 80 Alex Daniel. Pickett's job to lose, though, I don't know. Pickett's job to look good, and then we trade him? Yes, that's what I'm hoping for. But I don't know. Could he be the next Sam Darnold? I don't know. But Sam Darnold didn't win anything, even as good as the season he had last year. He still became Sam Darnold at the end, and they fizzled. Love this YouTube handle. Here we go. Living the RV local life, Carlosa 3111. Might be the longest YouTube handle we've ever had, but also a very good one. Living the RV Local Life. I love it. Barry did not want Shedeur. When Shedeur got QB1, when Shedeur gets QB1, that will be egg in his face. It will expose him as a GM who let his emotions make the choices instead of the potential of the player being selected. It remains to be seen. Could be. Might be. But that's a great take. Living the RV life, Carlosa. RV Local Life, Carlosa. And so, there's going to be so much at play with, with these quarterbacks. And I do think, too, that there will be some urgency when it comes to the quarterbacks. We talked about this a couple of shows ago. You got to get Pickett reps so you can see what you got with him, right? Flacco, you know what you have with him. But if you're planning, they did it last year. They wanted to trade Jameis Winston before the season. They kept 4 quarterbacks. They wanted to trade Winston. I think Pickett is this year's Winston. That's my opinion. And so there's going to be an urgency to get him there. But then you also have Sanders. You want to see what Shedeur can do. And tomorrow we will talk about the critical move that has to happen really starting this week if Shedeur has any chance to start game 1 against Cincinnati. All right, that's going to do it, folks. Thanks for joining us. Go Browns! We'll see you next time.